So here we are, second ride test, Lexmoto ISCA, full customer. And as you can see, we do have quite a few bikes that are going out this week. So purpose of the second ride test, to get more Ks onto this bike. As you can see, start straight off the button. So back out again, and we've currently got, I believe, 11 bikes, 11 bikes now in prep. So bike sales this week at Eclipse are absolutely crazy. We do have plenty of stock, over about 40 bikes in stock at Eclipse, but we do have quite a lot of bikes obviously going out this week. So back on this one. Now, if you have watched the first ride blog on this, I did actually have a little bit of a dig about some certain things on it. The tank, obviously those new tanks have got that sharp point to the front of it, but as I said, it does deflect the wind very, very well. And obviously today it's absolutely blowing a gale, blisteringly cold. And as you can see by the trees, but the best thing about it now, and I really like this now, is that it is deflecting the wind off of my knees, so I'm not getting the cold legs that you'd normally get if you were riding a bike. As you see, braking on this is absolutely lovely. So I'm going to be doing my longer ride circuit that I normally do, and we're going to be putting about another 10-15 kilometres on this bike. As you can see, it just flies through those corners. So currently the bikes we've got coming through, and we do have quite a lot of bikes coming in. So we've got the ISCA going out shortly. We've got 3 ZSBs going out in numerous colours, and we've also got a Michigan going out, a Venom going out, a Viper going out, LXR. Also got one of our used FMS's second hand one that's customers come down. He didn't want to obviously wait the 14 days for the prep on that, so he decided to opt for one of our used bikes. Now, we don't do very many used bikes because as soon as they come in, they are literally straight back out again. And also got Commando Classic going out. That is in the full livery package, so customers opted for the saddlebags. He had opted for the extra screen on the front as well, and also some extra LED lights on that. So we're just going through the back roads, and the best thing I like about these is this merge lane that cuts right in, so I can get up to speed with the traffic. And as you can tell, this little thing just pulls through the gears, absolutely beautiful. And obviously I was on the Lexmoto Owners Club page last night on the Facebook, and just happened to be looking through the pages, and there's about 8 or 10 of our customers that are on there, all had previous bikes from us. And one of the customers said, "Oh, I've just bought the ZSB." Yes, she has. So I should be doing a blog and a ride test on that one very, very shortly. So obviously I won't mention who it is, but she'll know the bike when she sees it. And obviously a lot of our old customers that have got ZSX-Fs, LXRs, all commenting on the pages saying how good their experience is. But obviously the only downside is they do have to wait 14 days for a bike, whereas other bike dealers can knock bikes out sort of 2 to 3 days. And as I always say to people, if you are thinking of buying a bike, and we're not afraid to tell people this, phone another bike dealer tell that bike dealer that you've got cash, you need a bike urgently, you want a brand new one, and how quick can you get that bike for you? Now normally that bike dealer will have a brand new bike sat in his showroom, and obviously we are slightly different to other dealers, that we do take a little bit longer in our prep time, but for the purposes of riding, repairs, let's say for instance you do go for a ZSB, an ISCA, Venom, or one of the range of the Lexmoto bikes, they're going to have to get that bike prepped. Now you know for a fact that they're not going to get absolutely every bike with the new battery in it. They're not going to put fuel in the tank, because if that bike's sat there for 6 months not selling, it's got a brand new battery in it that's going to degrade, the petrol's going to degrade on it, so they're going to pull out a brand new bike, and they're going to put the fuel in it, put the battery in it, run that bike up and bang it down the road and get some miles on it. Now if they're going to be doing that 35k ride test, or even just putting 10k on the bike, what if that bike has an issue? So say for instance the injection unit's playing up, or it's got a scratch in the tank, or it's got a scratch in the bumper. So order parts from Lexmoto is going to take you longer than 2 days to get the parts fitting on the bike. It's going to take you an extra day. They're not going to complete that bike in 3 days, so you know it's not going to be thoroughly tested, and it's not going to be out on the road running to its full efficiency in 3 days. So that is why we do a 14-day prep on these. Simple reason being, day one it will come in to mechanics. Mechanic will do his what we call the first PDI, pre-delivery inspection, go around the bike, do his 90-point bolt check, and then it will get passed next day to normally a second mechanic that will go around that bike and check the first mechanic's work to make sure absolutely everything has been done and not missed. Then obviously other bikes are being booked in at the same time, so you normally have a day's wait or so before it has the second PDI, road test and QC. So we do exactly the same thing all over again. 90-point bolt check, another 10-kilometre ride, and another QC by that second mechanic or the owner of the business, which is when they're going to be picking up in the first 2 rides if it's got an issue with the bike, if there are any problems with that bike, and do we need to order parts. Now normally parts to get into us, if they've got it in stock, that's normally 2 days minimum. So we'd put a repair booking in place. Now if scratch tank, scratch panel, we don't bother messing about trying to buff stuff up or repair a scratch. We're going to order a brand new panel, so you know that bike is 100% perfect when you get it. Gets the repair booking done. It then has a further 3rd ride test. In the meantime, once that final check is done, that bike will not be registered until normally the owner or one of the senior mechanics has said, Dave, that bike's good to go, you can now go ahead, register the bike, get the road tax on it, and do all the paperwork on it, where I make up the Lexmoto pack, handbook, all the paperwork, all your servicing schedules, and get everything ready to sign for when you come in. So we do all that. That's why our process is 14 days. Now obviously nice steady 40 mile an hour, and I've got a hell of a headwind, but that's holding it 40 mile an hour. It's nice and stable, and as I normally do on my ride test, one hand off. Does it hold a straight line? Yes it does. Am I getting blown about? No. So nice little bike. That's a Lexmoto ISCA, this one, so that's beautiful. My legs aren't cold yet as well, so very, very good. So obviously that's the process that we do for 14 days. And obviously if you're not happy with 14 days, most people are, they're prepared to wait those 14 days. Sometimes you turn it around a bit quicker, but most of the time they're happy to wait 14 days, and knowing that this bike is going to be absolutely 100% spot on. It's not going to have any issues. shoulder check there, and it's going to be running 100%. So the last thing you want is, I've got my new bike, I want to go out and ride. You go out and ride, 2 days down the line it breaks down because it's only had a 3-day PDI. So I think that's the reason why we do the 14. No, I'm not saying that every bike is going to be absolutely perfect. We do get ones that do have issues. Like everything that you buy it brand new, it's going to obviously take time to bed in. But most of the issues are normally sorted out before it goes to a customer. But you do have that, obviously, that 2-year Lexmoto warranty that covers you should you have an issue. And 9 times out of 10, we can normally put that customer on a loan bike as well. But that, I'd say 99.9% of the time. Anyway, it's bivvying me, try getting in the right lane. I'm in exactly the correct lane for where I need to be. Obviously Range Rover drivers. So just waiting. I'm going to go back into town now. And get some and yet another one. Lane placement, people, lane placement. Curb it. There's obviously one in the wrong lane, probably one on the phone as well. Bump the curb. Hence why I keep myself a nice steady distance from most vehicles. So we're going to go back into town now and just show you what it's like on the urban. Obviously, nice steady dual carriageway or these A roads. Perfect. Well, obviously I'm sticking to 40 mile an hour for running this bike in. And the best thing with these mirrors, I can see absolutely all the traffic over my shoulder, especially that big red van that's sitting nicely back. Good old parcel force. But obviously some of the things that we do at the garage tends to be a little bit over and above. It's normally myself that does the final prep and handover on these, and I am a big lover of the product ACF50. So if you happen to not know what ACF50 is, it's just a nice sticky anti-corrosion spray, which is very, very good for your bike. So the idea is you have your anti-corrosion spray, you spray it all over the bike, obviously avoiding the tyres, the discs, anything that's going to be stopping you braking and that. I'm just going to pull up next to this car because his fuel cap's undone. Fuel cap's undone. And it's nice when bikers help people out. So I'm just going to do the urban route now. And if you can hear that whistling in the background, it's actually my alarm going off in my pocket, telling me that it's 10 o'clock. So that's another thing that we do at the garage. Obviously we do a regular update during the day, so customer on this bike will be getting a phone call as soon as I get back in, just to let him know how the next ride test's gone. And we update customers every 2 hours, so as soon as we get in, obviously we start at just before 8. Customers are updated at 10, 12, 2 and 4. And then obviously if a car's in a little bit later or a bike's in a little bit later in the afternoon, we do an update towards the end of the day at 6 o'clock. And a couple of things that have been happening on obviously my channel, and totally unrelated to the garage, but I thought while we're out on the bike nattering, I'll update you on some of the stuff that I do. If you happen to follow my YouTube videos, or you follow the garage, or you follow myself, Revbom, The bike came in at the MOT yesterday and failed, and I knew it would, so obviously I've got to, what I tend to do is get it tested with all my naughty bits on, have it fail, then I take the bike home, put the original parts on, and get it retested, take it back home, put all my naughty bits back on again. So it only failed this year on loud pipes. Yeah, very, very loud pipes on mine, and a small number plate on the back. So I've had the original Kawasaki cam put on the bike, and the legal number plate put on the back, and that was retested. And then all I've got to do is obviously take it home tonight, and then Sunday put my track cam back on and flip it back to my small number plate. Now my small number plate is actually the same, not the same size as the legal one, but the lettering is the same. It's just that I've had the yellow border taken off all the way around, so it's literally just the numbers. Reason being, my Kawasaki, I've gone through 3 number plates in the last year, because as soon as I get any wind across the back of the bike, there's not enough to hold that number plate, and it ends up cracking the bottom of the number plate. Someone said to me, put a small number plate on it, and I went, I don't want one of those little micro ones that you get like people have on their R1s or R6s, so I just went for a slightly smaller square one. It's only, I think, about 3 inches difference in it, but it's obviously still illegal. I've been stopped a few times, and obviously the little plate's a little bit small, but your letters are the right size. Just take it as a slap on the hand. Yeah, okay, but I get away with it. But obviously my track can that I've got on is very, very loud, and it does state on the bottom of my can for track use only. So if you are going to put a track pipe on your bike, obviously be aware that you're going to fall foul of the law, and if you do decide to get a little bit of an RC policeman, he may obviously give you a ticket for that, but I'll take the risk. I like loud pipes, they save lives, they do, especially if you're like me and dropping big rev bombs everywhere. So final time round my ride circuit, just quick shoulder check to come in, and we're off again. So yeah, a couple of things that we're going to be doing obviously during the summer, once this corona lockdown is over, and people still seem to think, well, we're all right now. It's not, people. Please, please keep your distance. Social distancing, please. And what a best social distancing machine to be on one of these. I'm 2 meters from anybody. Face is protected. I'm breathing on myself, not anybody else. So, if you're thinking of social distancing, best thing to do, get out on a bike. And obviously, a lot of the police have been, oh, why are you out riding 300 miles away from home? I'm social distancing. I'm allowed to ride. It's my daily exercise, and they have now stated, yes, you can daily exercise. It is the same as swimming or playing golf, and riding a motorcycle is your daily exercise, and that's now legal on the government page. And it also states that you can ride for unlimited miles as long as you are not meeting in a group. You're riding with only members of your family as a pillion, so you can get away with it. Well, obviously, the only downside being, should you spill your bike, you're pulling on the NHS resources, guys. So if you are riding, ride safely, ride good, be well, be safe. And a couple of things obviously on my channel, if you haven't been following the video installments with Gesto and Lane, we've had 3 episodes now where obviously it was during lockdown that Gesto and Lane did come out to me. I was on a week's holiday and they were in the area doing a photo shoot, because obviously they are key workers, and they were doing a necessary photo shoot for a client that they obviously couldn't do from home, so they had to travel to do the photo shoot. So they popped in to see me, maintaining social distancing at all times, and done a quick couple of photos of the bike obviously for my new channel design. So channel logo that I've now got with the green Kawasaki on, that is courtesy of Gesto and Lane. They did that for me, and they came out and met, and obviously they were both dying to get some food and use the toilet, so they couldn't come in the house. I had to take them to Tesco. So there's a nice little bit of video on the new page where all you can hear is rev bomb, da 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 da. Make that your channel song. No, my name is not Scott Tracy or Virgil. So just heading back to the garage, and we've got now 15 miles on the bike. Final 5 to do on the day of handover, where I just do the final ride test, just check out for the customer. And obviously follow the pages. Eclipse Motorcycles mk.co.uk is the main bike page. You've got the Facebook Eclipse Motorcycles on Facebook. Look for the picture of the scooter and the Mini, or the 2 Royal Alloy scooters. And obviously my page is revbomb.co.uk. Just go on the website, have a look at that, and see what you think on that. All my social media links are on my main website now. My merch shop's on there as well, so you can get the t-shirts. We're just going to pull this one up, park it up, have a quick look around the bike. So obviously we've got quite a few bikes in today, so we're just pulling this one up. So there we go, quick look round that one. So that's the Lexmoto ISCA. That one's going out to a customer. That's the new Assault. That's also going out to a customer. And the other 8 or so bikes still in the showroom, due to come out today. So as we say, hit the like, subscribe. And if you are in for a new Lexmoto, give the guys at Eclipse Motorcycles a call, 01908 643 603. And speak to Phil or Dave.